When we come and present to the board, it's like, here's our top risks, here's some of our mitigation plans, and here's the budget we're going to need to knock those off. We have these projects that have to happen to achieve business goals, but if we wanted to diminish the risks in these areas, we're going to need these sorts of funds to do that. And when you have cyber risks in there, and whether that's from potential of data exfiltration and losing out on some new research patent or something, like, we want to make sure we're protecting that. So we kind of give some numbers of what that looks like, where we're seeing it in other education institutions, and usually make the pitch. I'm not doing a lot of math. I'm not doing a bunch of Monte Carlo simulations. I'm doing the fair risk methodology. Just the board at the end of the day probably doesn't care that much. At least mine doesn't. So we try to keep it very high level, come to them with a couple different solutions. Hey, if we do this, it's going to cost X amount. If we do B, it's going to cost Y amount. What do you want to do? Do you not want to do anything? And if they, usually lean into a solution, one or the other, and then we execute. And that's all I need.